Anlaşması President. And now I kindly invite Ms. Nihan Dogan, the Culture and Tourism Directorate of Istanbul. Please.
Distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, I would like to welcome you all on behalf of Turkish Ministry of Culture and Tourism Istanbul office. My name is Nihan Dogan. I'm the Deputy Director of the office. I think my friends are preparing my presentation at the moment. Today I would like to deliver a brief speech about Istanbul's culture, history and cultural heritage. As you know, Istanbul is one of the most significant cultural capitals of the world. Any first-time visitors here? Any first-time visitors to Istanbul? I think all of you are repeat visitors. Wonderful to hear. We have a lot of repeat visitors to Istanbul, we all know that. Because when you come once, you want to come again and again. There are lots to discover. I'm living in the city for about 10 years now. Still, I have so many itineraries and lists. As you know, Istanbul is a city of 15 million, approximately 16 million, one of the most significant cultural capitals of the world. As you may recall, Istanbul was declared as the European Capital of Culture back in 2010 as well. Istanbul is located on two continents which make the city unique, both Europe and Asia. Istanbul has a history of 8,500 years according to the latest Yenikapı excavations. It is the history of the old part of the city known as Suriçi, the historical peninsula. However, there are oldest settlements here in Istanbul. The oldest human settlements in the city dates back to the Neolithic times. Yarımburgaz Caves, located in Başakşehir town of Istanbul, was the home of the earliest residents. These caves are under restoration at the moment. Visits are not allowed. Istanbul is an imperial capital. It was the seat of three universal empires, the Roman, the Byzantine, and the Ottoman. The city is unique in this sense. Today it's the cultural, economical, financial, artistic, and touristic capital of our country. Let me tell you some about historical peninsula. It is listed on the UNESCO World Heritage Site list with four main areas. These are Sultanahmet Archaeological Park, including the Hippodrome of Constantine, where gladiator wars were held once upon a time. Hagia Sophia, Hagia İrem, Little Hagia Sophia and Topkapı Palace, Süleymaniye Conservation Area, Zeyrek Conservation Area, and Land Walls Conservation Area. Of course, the most significant architectural heritage in historical peninsula is Hagia Sophia Grand Mosque, which is known as the eighth wonder of the world, and it's one of the most surviving architectural works of Byzantine period, very important for all cultures and civilizations. Topkapı Palace, which is very close to Hagia Sophia, was the imperial center of Ottoman Empire. It was the administration center as well as the residence of the Ottoman Sultans. For this reason, it was a place that witnessed almost all the important events in the history of the empire. As you know, Sultanahmet Mosque is also known as the Blue Mosque, because of the Iznik tiles, the blue Iznik tiles ornamenting the mosque. There are more than 21,000 blue Iznik tiles inside the mosque. But please beware, Sultanahmet Mosque is under restoration now, so if you pay a visit there, little can be seen inside. Basilica Sistine is is another splendid building dating back to the Byzantine Empire. The Emperor Justinian I established it. It supplied most of Istanbul's water during that times. Great scenery inside. The restoration was completed and the visitors are allowed at the moment. Let me tell you about other iconic monuments in Istanbul that are Galata Tower and Median Tower. These are kind of symbols of Istanbul. Galata Tower can be seen from various parts of Istanbul and it's a Genoese heritage. It's a museum at the moment, designed as a museum, and it has a wonderful observation terrace. You can see spectacular scenes from Istanbul, Bosphorus. You can see both the Asian and the European side of the city at the same time. Median's Tower was built in 12th century in Byzantine Empire period. It was occasionally used as a prison, but the intention was to build it as a lighthouse for shipping. Restorations are still going on. At the moment, no visits are allowed. It's designed as a museum and will be open soon. Istanbul is a city of museums. There are more than 100 museums in the city. The most famous, the most visited are Istanbul Archaeological Museums, Museum of Turkish and Islamic Arts, Rumeli Fortress Museum, Istanbul Modern Art Museum, Sabancı Museum, famous for the calligraphy selection, Pera Museum, famous for the artifacts from Anatolian civilizations, Rahmi Koç Industrial Museum, Toy Museum. Here I would like to emphasize Istanbul Archaeological Museums in particular, which is of high importance, because Istanbul Archaeological Museums is the home of great works of art from ancient civilizations such as Alexander's sarcophagus and the true copy of Kadesh International Treaty, the first ever written treaty in the world, the Kadesh Treaty. Another copy, the second copy is in United Nations headquarters. And you can have the opportunity to see the Gate of Ishtar from the Babylonian Empire. Lots can be seen, so I highly recommend you to visit Istanbul Archaeological Museums in the historical peninsula. You won't regret it. Another important museum is Museum of Turkish and Islamic Arts. It's also very close to Istanbul Archaeological Museum. All are at the same place in a walking distance. This museum is famous for its carpet collection. Spatial carpets from Seljuk Empire, Ottoman Empire are showcased. Also, works of art from Islamic culture is exhibited. It's one of the most important museum in that sense in the world. Please don't miss traditional shopping if you didn't do so. I would like to emphasize Grand Bazaar and Spice Market in particular. Grand Bazaar is known as the grandmother of all shopping malls, so to speak. And in Spice Market, you have the opportunity to reach to various spices and souvenirs from all over the world. So don't forget the bargain, it's a tradition in traditional shopping. These are also in historical peninsula of Istanbul. Let me give you some tourism statistics from Istanbul. Back in 2019, before the pandemic, Istanbul welcomed approximately 15 million international visitors. After the pandemic, of course, the figures went down, but in the first 5 months of 2022, about 5 million international visitors came to our beautiful city. So I would like to say, welcome to Turkey, welcome to Istanbul, enjoy your stay. Hope you have a very fruitful Congress, and I would like to thank you so much to the host. Enjoy your stay, all the best.
you so much.